Hi, everyone. Brian here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're at the Largo Narrows Nature Preserve. It's on the intercoastal waterways of Pinellas County. What I want to talk to you today is about money habits we need to avoid in retirement. You've worked hard to get here, and the last thing you want to do is let bad financial habits chip away at your savings. So let's go over some common mistakes retirees make and how we can avoid them together. Habit number one: overspending in the early years of retirement. One of the biggest traps is overspending right out at the start of your retirement. It's tempting to travel, to buy new things, enjoy your freedom, but you don't want to blow it. You don't want to go too quick um, and leave yourself short later on in life. You've got a set amount, so you need to stretch it and make it last. Um, Habit number two is not having a budget. Yeah, I know I talk about budget in just about every video I make, but I'm a firm believer that having a budget is very important, especially in retirement. And it doesn't have to be some fancy spreadsheet or some big magical budget book. It can be a piece of notebook paper and a pen. As long as you have a written down budget, that's the main thing. Um, Even if your mortgage is paid off, your car is paid off, you don't have expenses anymore, it's still important to know what's coming in from Social Security, from your pension, any investments you might have. And it's also important to know what's going out, what your bills are, what your health care is, what your fun expense might be. A simple plan is going to help keep you on track. Habit number three: understanding healthcare costs. This is a big one, and nobody really understands healthcare costs. Medical expenses usually rise as we age. As we get older, more things start to break and fall apart on us. You might have to have a knee replaced. You might fall and have break a hip. God forbid you have a heart attack. And there's a number of other things that can and I'm sure will go wrong. And we all know Medicare is not going to pay for all of it. It's never going to keep up. Every time we get a Medicare raise, healthcare cost goes up. And medical expenses go up every year anyway. So there's nothing any of us can do about that. You need to make room in your budget for these expenses. You're never going to know what a hip replacement costs, but you do have to budget by putting money into your health care. Bad habit number four: taking on new debt. Taking on new debt in retirement is another money habit we all have to avoid. Credit card balances, car loans, co-signing for somebody, they can all put a heavy strain on your fixed income. A heavy strain. If you have credit cards and you use them, pay them off every month. Don't carry a balance. That is a big red X on your retirement budget. Whenever possible, you need to try and live debt free. It's the only way to go. Um, Habit number five: being too conservative or too risky with your investments. Some retirees put all their money into a savings account and just let it sit there. Um, it's going to be there 5 years from now or 10 years from now, but it's not going to grow. It's just going to sit there. Um, some people put them into CDs and they do earn a little bit. Some people go to the extreme opposite end and invest in very risky um, investments. Not the way to go. Good way to lose all your money quickly. You need to find a happy balance and put money into savings and put money into some type of a safe investment. I'm not an investment banker. I'm not a financial planner. I have problems with these myself. So I would never try to tell anybody what to do with their money. Find a professional financial planner and see what they can do to help you. Um, you got to have a little bit of mix of both of those. Bad habit number 6 is not planning for longevity. Many people underestimate how long retirement can last. People, in general, are living much longer. Your money might need to stretch 20, 25, or even 30 years longer. Um, Planning with a long game in mind can give you peace of mind, something we all need to think about. So, in closing, these are just some of the money habits that I've got written down and wanted to talk about. If at this stage of your life, you need to be enjoying what you've worked for, but you also got to make sure that your money supports you for the long haul. So, if you found this helpful, hit the like button. Maybe give me a subscribe. Mostly, if you've got some money habits that you've beat, put them in the comments. Let me know what they are. I'm just like everybody else. I can always learn something new. So, folks, until next time, y'all take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you later. See you.